Hello and welcome back, everyone, to our Magic the Gathering set explorations on Rocket Rabbit Commentaries. And in this episode, we're going to be going through Outlaws of Thunder Junction because, it came out a while back, and I want to play with some of this stuff because it looks really, really fun and kind of out there.
Out there in the Outlaw Badlands.
Yes. I will say that although I'm not entirely familiar with the story for Outlaws of Thunder Junction, there are a lot of different X-Planeswalkers in this set that I'm not actually running any of the X-Planeswalkers, for the record, at least as far as I know. There is this guy, but I'm pretty sure he's not an X-Planeswalker, so...
As in, used to be a planeswalker, but is just a legendary dude or dudette.
Yeah, I know for certain that Jace, Johnny, and Vraska are technically around.
Oh yeah, that's right, Vraska's here. There's a snake in my boots.
I'm going to be running a Simic pile, and the reason why is because I wanted to actually I wanted to show off specifically a lot of the different interesting mechanics that are in the set. And although Saddle is not actually new to Outlaws of Thunder Junction, it actually shows up in, actually I think it is new to Outlaws of Thunder Junction, but I don't remember the release window between Outlaws and Aether Drift. So I think Aether Drift was actually first, and then we went into Outlaws, but probably not. Anyway, I'm not actually running any mounts, and the big reason as to why is because I am trying to get advantages specifically from the plot mechanic. So yeah, and Mr. Cloud.
I actually am running saddle and mounts in my deck, and I'm running Boros. Welcome to my dude ranch. There's a lot of dudes here.
Alright, so, shall we begin?
Yes, we shall. Players 1 and 2 are ready to start the game. Draw.
I got an 11.
I rolled a 10. Nice.
Ooh, this... No, I need to mulligan this. Okay.
I'm going to keep this hand.
I'll take my house mulligan.
I am definitely keeping this hand.
This I can keep.
Okay, then.
Alright,
now that I have...
I would like to go first.
No, you have first turn priority.
Yes, I do. Alright. So, I'm going to start with a Lush Oasis and deal 1 damage to Mr. Cloud.
So, around these parts, call that committing a crime. Players commit a crime when they target a player, anything in their graveyard, or anything they control simultaneously. We don't take kindly to committing crimes in these parts. I am going to play the Inspiring Vantage.
Ooh, okay.
It enters the battlefield untapped because I control 2 or fewer lands right now.
Yep.
And then I'm going to tap it for a white. I'm going to cast the Armored Armadillo.
Ooh. He's got Ward 1. He's literally a power creep version of Yoked Ox. Nice.
Right.
Alright. So, we're gonna... Ooh. That does change my plan.
We're gonna... Ooh. Gonna... Aw.
Alright, we're gonna go for an island. And then... I think the call here is to try and set up my win con. So, I'm going to spend 2 in order to cast Doc Alruk, the Grizzled Genius.
He's a grizzly bear with a cowboy hat.
And he allows me some pretty significant discounts for plotting cards. Wah!
Right, because plot... The text of plot, because it's not present at this time, is you can pay the plot cost on the card and put it into exile instead of casting it or putting it anywhere else. And then on a later turn, that could be the turn after, or the turn after that, or the turn after that, you can play the card as a sorcery without paying its mana cost. Okay. My move is to play a plains. And, oh, I see now. You already got your legendary posse getting together because there are a lot of legendary creatures in this set. Like, there is like a stupid amount of legendary creatures in this set. Clint Eastwood, Roy Rogers, John Wayne, and of course, Bruce Willis. Okay, so the move here is to pay 2 to cast a mount card, the Trained Arynx.
Okay.
When the Trained Arynx attacks, if it's saddled, it gains first strike and I scry 1.
Yep.
And the saddle and the power of the power of the combined creatures that I tap in order to saddle it must be 2 or greater.
Yep.
I'm going to end my turn.
Okay then. Oh, I hit the wrong button. Okay. So, I'm going to spend 2 in order to cast Bristly Bill, the Spine Sower.
It's a cactus.
Yes.
Oh, you're gonna get your landfall trigger, aren't you?
I am going to get my landfall trigger. Behold! So, when this forest enters the battlefield, Bristly Bill puts a 1/1 counter on my Doc Auric.
Oh, you're going to start building up your grizzly bear. He's now a 3/4.
And next,
Genius.
I'm going to spend 1 in order to plot my Outcaster Trailblazer.
Oh, come on! Don't you want to use the plot card, the helper card that they included with this set?
How do I do that? There it is.
There, you found it. Nice. Yep. So no. You attach the Trailblazer to the plot card.
But so it goes to exile.
Right,
yeah.
But you can't. You shouldn't put it in the generic exile pile because we might forget the reason why it's there.
Do you have anything that banishes?
I'm not going to answer that question, Mr. Gerdat, because then you're going to be privy to information about my deck that I don't want you to have.
All right. With that, I will end.
All right. My Armadillo has hold him off. He's a cannonball critter. He's got plenty of anticipation. Oh boy. I have some ideas here. Not all of them are good. Let's... Oh, crap, that's right. That actually is the move right there. I'm going to play another Plains, and I'm going to pay 3. I'm going to play a Legendary Mount. Fortune, okay. Loyal Steed.
And he's got a much cheaper saddle cost.
He does, because he's got saddle for 1. When he enters the battlefield, I scry 2. So I look at the top 2 cards of my deck, and I decide where these cards are going to go. Interesting. Okay. I'm going to put... Actually, I'm going to put both of these cards on the bottom of the deck.
Okay.
So... Move to bottom... And move to bottom. Okay. Okay, so that's done. At the moment, you have a 3/4 creature that I cannot answer at this time. So I'm going to not attack because both of my mounts have saddle triggers that only activate when they attack.
Right. Okay then. Ooh, that is quite nice. Alright, so I'm going to spend 2 in order to plot down my Loan Shark.
Oh, you're plotting... It's a...
Yeah, there we go.
I freaking love the theming in this set.
Okay. And, unfortunately, I did miss my land play, but... do I want to... No.
Can I give you a counter? No, I can't give you counters. Darn it.
Alright, and with that, I will end.
Really, you're not going to do anything else?
Nope.
Okay. Interesting. So you did, in fact, miss your landfall trigger because you did not play a land on time. I'm going to play... Ooh. I'm going to play the Braided Bluffs.
Okay.
When the Braided Bluffs enters the battlefield, it enters the battlefield tapped, and it also it deals 1 damage to, target opponent. So I'm going to target Mr. Gerdat.
I will take 1.
The game is now tied. Next, I am going to pay 3. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to cast the Thunder Lasso.
Ooh. Okay.
When the Thunder Lasso enters the battlefield, I'm going to attach it to target creature I control. And that target creature is going to be the Trained Arynx.
Okay.
So now the Trained Arynx gets +1/+1. And it also has whenever it attacks, tap target creature defending player controls.
Yep.
Okay, next I'm going to saddle the Trained Arynx by tapping Fortune.
Yep.
Arynx is now saddled until the end of the turn. Which, honestly, I think saddle would make more sense if the mount was the creature that you tap, and then you just... whatever. I'm going to go into combat, and I'm going to swing into you with my 4/2 that gains first strike until end of turn, and then when it attacks, I'm going to tap... I'm going to tap Bristly Bill.
Okay.
So that was the second crime I committed this turn. And then, because I attacked with a saddled Trained Arynx, I scry 1.
Yep.
Okay, check 2. I'm going to put this card on the bottom of my deck. Okay, how do you answer the attack?
I do not. I'll take 4.
Mr. Gerdat accepts 4 damage. Alright. And now I'm going to end my turn.
Okay, then. Draw. Ooh. Quite nice, but... Alright, so... what I'm going to do is I'm going to cast my Outcaster Trailblazer. I want to unattach, please. Which... Oh, and I can get rid of this plot token now. Which gives me a floating mana. Can it be a Venom Killer? Yeah, I'm going to have it float a green mana. Yeah.
Okay, now you're going to play a creature with power 4 or greater.
Yeah. Outcaster doesn't trigger on himself, sadly.
Right, it has to be an other creature, correct.
Okay, and next, yeah, I'm going to spend 1 in order to cast the Harrier Strix.
Harrier Strix is a 1/1 with flying that has when it enters the battlefield, tap target permanent. You're going to tap
your Armored Armadillo.
You tap my Armadillo.
Okay. And then I am going to cast my Loan Shark as well.
It's a fucking shark.
So, because I have cast 2 or more spells, Loan Shark draws me a card.
That's correct, yes, because he's the second card you cast. Yes, he's the second card you casted this turn.
Alright, so now I'm going to put down an island, and then I'm going to use a Bristly Bill's Landfall trigger in order to put a 1/1 counter on my Loan Shark.
Nice.
Okay. Let's see, I do actually have... Okay, so with this, right, I can't actually attack with these because I did just cast them all this turn. So, I'm going to enter combat, and I'm going to swing with both my creatures. That okay?
Yep, you can do that.
All right. And you're declaring no blocks, right?
I am going to declare no blockers.
Okay, so in response to you declaring no blockers, I want to spend my 1 floating and 3 others in order to cast Trash the Town.
Oh boy. Oh, he's on a spree.
So I'm gonna put 2 1/1 counters on my Doc Auric, and I'm gonna have Doc Auric gain until end of turn. Target creature gains whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player. Draw 2 cards.
Okay. Run that by me again. You paid 1 to play Trash the Town. You paid an additional 1 to give it the 3rd ability, and then you paid an additional 2 to give it the 1st ability. So the total amount of mana you paid this turn is 4.
Yep.
Okay. Maybe I gotta check now. I have to check now. I have to check the chat real quick. Okay. Did you spend you did spend your floating mana in order to do that? Okay, I missed that part. Okay, so it resolves.
Okay.
So the total damage coming to me is 7.
Yep.
Total damage coming to me is 7. So I take 7 damage and you draw 2 cards.
Yep. I draw 2.
Mr. Gerdat is taking the lead.
All right, and with that, I unfortunately don't have enough to actually cast this, but this is technically the primary card of my deck. All right, and with that, I will end.
Okay, things are getting interessant.